गिरिवरधारी यशोदनन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन यशोदनन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन यशोदनन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन यशोदनन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन जमुना तीरा वनचारी जमुना तीरा वनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे जयो गंधर्विका गिरिधारी गौर हरि जय गंधर्विका गिरिधारी गौर हरि जयो लक्ष्मी नरसिंह जयो अनंत देव लक्ष्मी नरसिंह जयो अनंत देव जयो भक्तवत्सला जयो बालाजी भक्तवत्सला जयो बालाजी जय भक्तवत्सला जयो बालाजी भक्तवत्सला जयो बालाजी जय जय प्रभुपा जय जय प्रभुपा जय जय प्रभुपा जय जय प्रभु जय जय गुरुदेव जय जय गुरुदेव ईसाय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल। ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। Hare Krishna. We are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, second canto, 5th chapter, shloka 10.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. We are all very fortunate to have association of His Grace Murarimadhava Prabhuji. So Murarimadhava Prabhu is a scientist and as well as professor in botanical sciences. So and he is practicing devotional service. He is practicing Krishna consciousness from so many years. He is very senior devotee and he is leading a circle. Circle means it is a combination of 8 or 9 bhakti-vrukshas. 8 or 9 bhakti-vrukshas comes under one circle. So Prabhuji is leading one circle in HBR Layout Temple and he is giving his time in colleges, in speeches to to give real spirituality for all the students, especially youth. So we are very fortunate to have this association here. Let us all welcome His Grace Murarimadhava Prabhu by loudly chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
And one more beautiful thing is, how many of you went for Kaivara Yatra, Chintamani Yatra? How was the Yatra? That Yatra suggestion and directions and A to Z information is given by our Murarimadhava Prabhu. So by Prabhuji's involvement, very nice and merciful instructions, our Yatra has become a grand success. So, Hare Krishna. So thank you so much, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu, for your kind blessings, for this opportunity to be here, to get your association. Hare Krishna. So, we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 2nd, Chapter 5, Text 10, the shloka. Word to word I will read, then we can go for the shloka. Na anrutam tava tat cha api yatha mam prabravisi Bo avignaya param mattaha etavat tvam yataha hi me nanrutam tava tachapi nanrutam tava tachapi yatha mam prabrabishibho yatha mam prabrabishibho yatha mam prabrabishibho avignaya paramatta etavatvam yatohi me etavatvam yatohi me. Translation: whatever you have spoken about me is not false, because unless and until one is aware of the personality of Godhead, who is the ultimate truth beyond me, one is sure to be illusioned by observing my powerful activities. Hare Krishna. The purport: the frog in the well. Logic illustrates that a frog residing in the atmosphere and boundary of a well cannot imagine the length and breadth of the gigantic ocean. Such a frog, when informed of the gigantic length and breadth of the ocean, first of all, does not believe that there is such an ocean. And if someone assures him that factually there is such a thing, the frog then begins to measure it by imagination by means of pumping its belly as far as possible, with the result that the tiny abdomen of the frog bursts and the poor frog dies without any experience of the actual ocean. Similarly, the material scientists also want to challenge the inconceivable potency of the Lord by measuring him with their frog-like brains and their scientific achievements, but at the end they simply die unsuccessfully like the frog. Sometimes a materially powerful man is accepted as God or the incarnation of God without any knowledge of the factual God. Such a material assessment may be gradually extended, and the attempt may reach to the highest limit of Brahmaji, who is the topmost living being within the universe and has a duration of life unimaginable to the material scientist. As we get information from the most authentic book of knowledge, the Bhagavad Gita 8.17, Brahmaji's one day and night is calculated to be some hundreds of thousands of years on our planet. This long duration of life may not be believed by the frog in the well, but persons who have realization of the truths mentioned in the Bhagavad Gita accept the existence of a great personality who creates the variegatedness of the complete universe. It is understood from the revealed scriptures that the Brahmaji of this universe is younger than all the other Brahmas in charge of the many universes beyond this, but none of them can be equal to the personality of Godhead. Narada ji is one of the liberated souls, and after his liberation he was known as Narada. Otherwise, before his liberation, he was simply a son of a maid servant. The questions may be asked why Narada ji was not aware of the Supreme Lord and why he misconceived Brahmaji to be the Supreme Lord, although factually he was not. A liberated soul is never bewildered by such a mistaken idea. So why did Narada ji ask all those questions just like an ordinary man with a poor fund of knowledge? There was such bewilderment in Arjuna also, although he is eternally the associate of the Lord. Such bewilderment in Arjuna or in Narada takes place by the will of the Lord, so that other non-liberated persons may realize the real truth and knowledge of the Lord. The doubt arising in the mind of Narada about Brahmaji's becoming all-powerful is a lesson for the frogs in the well, that they may not be bewildered in misconceiving the identity of the personality of Godhead, even by comparison to a personality like Brahma. So what to speak of ordinary men who falsely pose themselves as God or an incarnation of God? The Supreme Lord is always the Supreme, and as we have tried to establish many times in these purports, no living being even up to the standard of Brahma can claim to be one with the Lord. One should not be misled when the people worship a great man as God after his death as a matter of hero worship. There were many kings like Lord Ramachandra, the king of Ayodhya, but none of them are mentioned as God in the revealed scriptures. To be a good king is not necessarily the qualification of being Lord Rama, but to be great personality like Krishna is the qualification for being the personality of Godhead. If we scrutinize the characters who took part in the battle of Kurukshetra, we may find that Maharaja Yudhishthira was no less a pious king than Lord Ramachandra. And by character study, Maharaja Yudhishthira was a better moralist than Lord Krishna. Lord Krishna asked Maharaja Yudhishthira to lie, but Maharaja Yudhishthira protested. But that does not mean that Maharaja Yudhishthira could be equal to Lord Ramachandra or Lord Krishna. The great authorities have estimated Maharaja Yudhishthira to be a pious man, but they have accepted Lord Rama or Krishna as the personality of Godhead. The Lord is therefore a different identity in all circumstances, and no idea of anthropomorphism can be applied to him. The Lord is always the Lord, and the common living being can never be equal to him. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Srila Prabhupada has given such a nice, elaborate purport. Before starting, let us pray to the Guru Parampara and Krishna. Om Agnanatimirandasya Gnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurmilitam Ena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Sthapitam Ena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakanvitamscha. हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपीशा गोपिका कांता राधा कांता नमस्तुते तब तक कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंदा। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा. So here in this chapter, in this shloka, we are hearing the conversation between Brahma and Narada. So you know their relation. So Brahma has, here Bhagavatam describes the 10 topics, Sarga, Visarga, Ishanukata, like this 10 topics. So here the first and second chapter, like it gives us information of Sarga and Visarga, and Narada as a son of Brahma he is feeling something very special about this creation, and his own father is the creator. And in the previous shlokas, if you see from the beginning, Narada is glorifying Brahmadeva as the God himself, as the creator. He says, Narada Muni asked Brahmaji, O chief amongst the demigods, O firstborn living entity, I beg to offer my respectful obeisance unto you. Please tell me the transcendental knowledge which specially directs one to the truth of the individual soul and super soul. My dear father, please describe factual symptoms of this manifest world. What is its background? How it is created? How is it conserved? And under whose control is all this being done? My dear father, all this known to you scientifically, because whatever was created in the past, whatever will be created in the future, or whatever is being created at present, as well as everything within the universe is within your grip, just like a walnut. My dear father, what is the source of your knowledge? Under whose protection are you standing? Under whom are you working? What is your real position? Do you alone create all entities with material elements by your personal energy? As the spider very easily creates the network of its cobweb and manifests its powers of creation without being defeated by others, so also you yourself, by employment of your self-sufficient energy, create without any other's help. Whatever we can understand by the nomenclature, characteristic and features of a particular thing, superior, inferior, or equal, eternal, or temporary, is not created from any source other than that of your lordship. Thou so great, so Brahma Lord Narada says, yet we are moved to wonder about the existence of someone more powerful than you. When we think of your great austerities in perfect discipline, although your good self is so powerful in the matter of creation. So he glorifies his father like this. And my dear father, you know everything, that you are controller of all. Therefore, may all that I have inquired from you be kindly instructed to me, so that I may be able to understand it as your student. See, the son is taking the position of the student. Similarly, in Bhagavad Gita also we find the same. Bhagavad Gita was told, Krishna started speaking Bhagavad Gita only when Arjuna surrendered to Krishna and when he became a student. Before that, he was in the friendship relation. Here Narada, till now, he was in a son relation, father-son relation. Now he is taking position of the student. Similarly, in Bhagavad Gita, we find the same. Now, last two shlokas, 9th and 10th, Brahmadeva is speaking. Lord Brahma said, my dear Narada, being merciful to all, including me, you have asked all these questions because I have been inspired to see into the prowess of the Almighty Personality of Godhead. So sometimes devotees ask question not for their own self, for the entire group. Sometimes we have seen in the Bhagavatam class also, some senior devotees know the answer, but just for the sake of the others, they ask some question. And the answer, the interaction, what happens, will be benefiting for everybody. So the same thing, it happened with Arjuna also. So Arjuna is an eternal associate of Krishna, and Srila Prabhupada says there is Arjuna never falls into illusion. Then how come Arjuna is coming down to the position and asking question as if he doesn't know, as if he is in illusion? Similarly, here also Narada, though he is one of the Mahajana, he is a direct son of Brahmadeva, he is a very great personality, he is a great devotee, he is coming down to the position of a son, and he is asking this question, and now he is telling, I am a student. And Lord Brahma is very kindly is accepting, mercifully, being merciful, and he is thinking that by this question Brahma himself is getting benefited. See, now they will start going for introspection. So there will be a churning of the knowledge, wisdom now. So this is an opportunity. Similarly, like what we have, this Yuga Dharma, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Who gave this mantra? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, correct. Who gave, from where did Chaitanya Mahaprabhu get this? Kalisantarana Upanishad. Who said to whom? In our textbook, when we were in school, we used to have a question. ಯಾರು ಯಾರಿಗೆ ಯಾವಾಗ ಹೇಳಿದರು ಸಂದರ್ಭ ಸಹಿತವಾಗಿ ವಿವರಿಸಿ. So you have to ಸಂದರ್ಭ ಸಹಿತವಾಗಿ you have to explain. So it is, Prabhuji is telling that. So Narada inquires in Kalisantarana Upanishad, what will happen to those people of Kali Yuga, and particularly the degraded, very unfortunate and dull-headed people. So how they have to survive? What is the solution? What is the only way? Then what Brahma says, he starts searching the entire book. So Sarva Vedeshu Drushyate. So he will start searching Vedas, and after searching all these, you will find one mantra as a solution. What is that mantra? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Iti Shodashaka Namnam. Exactly, things are given like that. Iti Shodashaka Namnam, Kali Kalmasha Nashanam. And Brahma searched for the entire Veda. Sarva Vedeshu Drushyate. This is the only thing which he got. So that, very mercifully, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, as a Yugadharma, picked this. So this is the conversation between Narada and Brahma. So the same conversation, we are very fortunate, we are getting the same opportunity here. So what is interesting is, so son is enquiring the father again here in this part, and Brahma is feeling nice about the question. See, he is telling, being merciful to all, you have asked all this question. See, one great thing which I have observed after coming to ISKCON and reading Prabhupada's book, this Brahma, Narada, Madhva, Gaudiya Parampara is very, 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 very merciful. If you read this entire Srimad Bhagavatam, this is mercy of Brahma, Narada, Vyasa, Madhva, Gaudiya Parampara. So you see, Narada liberates so many people, so many souls, so many very degraded, fallen souls. Can you give some examples? Dhruva Maharaj. Was he so much fallen? That's okay, good example actually. And if you see this entire Bhagavatam, I have already said, Dhruva Maharaj also comes in this Bhagavatam, correct answer. But if you see some other people like Mrugari, okay, then so many other people like Prahlad Maharaj, of course, he is born in the Ugra Jati. He calls himself, I am born in such a low class family, and how come I am able to recite prayers to Lord? This is something, even Brahma, Lord Shiva, and Lord's better half, Mother Lakshmi Devi, themselves they are afraid of Lord in the form of Narsimha. They are not able to approach. Narada approaches. Why? Because of blessings of Narada. Prahlada Maharaj approaches. Okay, he doesn't hesitate to go near Narsingadeva because he is a disciple of Narada. So that is the parampara. That is the strength. See, that is the mercy. So, Srila Jayapataka Swami Guru Maharaj once he was telling, I being coming under the same parampara, I also share the curse and burden of Narada. What happened? Who cursed Narada? Daksha Prajapati. Like he created some sons. Okay, then Narada converted them all to brahmacharis. Okay, then this is a very challenging for Daksha Prajapati. Then again he converted to brahmacharis. So even in our ISKCON we have this problem. So parents curse our ISKCON devotees many times because their son, okay, joined full time, and that becomes very difficult, okay, for the parents. So then again and again this was happening. So Daksha Prajapati thought, very intelligent, let me not create son, let me create daughters. So Narada cannot come near. So like that, actually cursed. And Guru Maharaj says, what is the curse? You have to roam. You cannot stand in one place. So you have to keep on roaming. So Guru Maharaj says, even at this like challenging physical body condition, advanced age, is still traveling because he is sharing the curse, okay, of his Guru Parampara. See, this is the speciality of this Parampara. So, he's not staying at one place. Okay? So, that is the mercy of this. And wherever they go, what do? So, see, I've personally seen Jayapata Swami, Guru Maharaj, whoever is going on in the path, in the road, call them, give blessings. Okay, when he is admitted in the hospital, in the ICU, okay, next bed, somebody is about to die, he asks, please bring a Japamala, I will give initiation. So no 4 regulatory principles or no other qualification required, I will give initiation. So that is the mood of this Parampara. And like whoever the doctor, nurse, they all like start chanting. So in the association, that is the speciality of this Parampara. You cannot find such a merciful, special mercy flowing in any other Parampara as far I have seen. Okay, maybe there, because being in this Parampara, we have to glorify our Parampara. So, of course, all the bona fide Parampara may be there, but my own experience, I tell you, so once I came to know that I was very much attached to Ahobilam Mata. You know Ahobilam Mata? Ahobilam, you have visit Ahobilam. So, I was in Delhi for long 6 years, and near to my institute there was a Ahobilam Mat. I used to go every day to the temple for my chanting and darshan of the Lord and prasadam, very nice prasadam, 3-4 types of prasadam. One is like different types of pongal, okay, then many prasadam. Then after coming to Bangalore, like I came to know that the GR of that mutt has come to Bangalore, and wherever GR travels, the Matadish of that, he carries Malola Narsimha. You know 9 Narsimha? One Jwala Hobila Malola, Krodha Karanja Bhargava, Yogananda Chatravata, Pavana Navamurtaya. Ahobila Mata, GR carries Malola Narsimha, very merciful form of Narsimha. Among all the 9 forms, when the first GR, Adivan Shatagopan GR, he was first given Sannyasa Diksha by Narsimha himself. Narsimha Deva asked, which form of Narsimha you want among the 9? You pray. So he prayed, whoever is merciful form, let that Lord comes to my hand. So immediately Malola Narsimha jumped to the hands of GR. Immediately. He did not wait. So Narsimha jumped to his hand. He did not pick. Okay, that Narsimha, the present GR, all the GRs, they carry it just like our Parampara, they also keep on moving. Okay, so and spreading our mercy of Narsimha everywhere. So I came to know that merciful form of Narsimha along with the GR, he has come to Bangalore. I went to take darshan of Lord and GR. So there is a big hall. So I went and stood in the queue. I was like some devotees of that mutt came looking at me. They said, you come out. Then they chased me out of the hall. Okay, why? Because I have not taken birth in their families. Okay, and I was not having the Brahmanical thread. Okay, see, this is all required actually. This is not something very, I will tell you the next actually. This is correct actually. What they did is correct. I am not telling they did like offense to me and I was insulted. No, not like that. It is actually as per Vedas. So they sent me out, and after giving, I could not take darshan from the very close of the deity. So sent out actually, out of the hall. And after giving like Shadari, Prasadam to everybody, okay, then last GR came and gave blessings, GR outside actually. That's okay. So that's not something to be taken offensively. That is as per the scriptures. Then after like Prasadam started, so I was asked to wait outside. Like you might have seen in the olden days in the villages, if there is any festival, like entire village particularly poor people, particularly some particular group of people, they were asked to wait until the everybody takes, isn't it? Naturally, that's norm. Actually, then everybody takes, then the people like who are waiting, they are allowed. So similarly, I was asked to wait. So everybody took prasadam, cleaned, then I was given prasadam. And it's true actually. It's this paras. See, somebody who is a very highly qualified brahmanas, if they take with the other outcast people, their consciousness will come down. This is true actually. Will you take food with somebody who is drunken, somebody smoking? Isn't it? That's norm actually. Then what I felt actually immediately, I did not take it offense. I took it as a mercy. I got prasadam also. I got shadari also. So much merciful they are. Then I was thinking of my parampara, my Guru Maharaj, my Srila Prabhupada. Actually, I was in tears, to be very fact. Okay? And I was feeling, we will not experience such a thing in this parampara. Have you seen in ISKCON? Anybody asked any of you, what is your caste? Doesn't matter, whoever. See, you may be a Negro fellow also. Have you seen Negroes in ISKCON? You have seen? You have seen Mlechas? You have seen every sort of people you might have seen, isn't it? They are more advanced. Anybody? Okay? Our parampara even accept dog. Any example in Chaitanya Charitamrita? Dog. Shivananda Sena. Okay, when coming through the Puri Yatra from Bengal, okay, dog was also part of the party, Yatra group. Will you take dog to your Yatra? We find difficult, isn't it? Can you take Yatra dog in your Yatra group? We find it challenging. Can you take to Vrindavan dog? Can you take to Pandrapura along with you? Isn't it? This parampara, say our acharyas, gives example like this. So such a merciful parampara this is, very special. So my all congratulations to you all to being part of this parampara, where Brahma himself says, very merciful to all the living entities. You are asking this question, and here in this shloka, Brahmadeva, see, he accept what Narada is telling. This is something very great. What he is telling, whatever you have spoken about me is not false. So that means he is accepting. What is a fact? He is accepting. Because unless and until one is aware of the personality of Godhead, who is the ultimate truth beyond me, one is sure to be illusioned by observing my powerful activities. See, we will be illusioned. See, this material world, Maya. So this is very much characteristic is this. All the living entities have these four things. We are all under illusion. Our senses are imperfect. We err sometimes. We do mistakes, isn't it? And we have cheating propensity. All these four things we have. So we are, one time, one of the disciples of Prabhupada said, Prabhupada, sometimes I will be in Maya. What to do, Prabhupada? Sometimes I will be in Maya. Correct, Prabhuji. Prabhupada said, no, your statement is wrong. Actually, always you are in Maya. Sometimes you will be in Krishna conscious. Isn't it? Sometimes you will be in Krishna conscious. You can check from the morning, from the time you woke up in the morning till you sleep, you can make a diary from now onwards. Okay, you can see the minute to minute analysis you can do and inform your whoever your Shiksha Guru or yourself you can analyze. Okay, how many minutes out of the total day you were in Krishna conscious. Sometimes you will be in Krishna conscious. See, that is what actually here we are under illusion, and we will be finding difficult to understand, accept. Okay, our ahankara, okay, our ego will not accept so many things actually, many times. Even advanced devotees, even somebody who is sannyasis also, sometimes they will find it challenging to win over the ego actually. They will follow brahmacharya. They will follow all the austerities, Chaturmasa, Ekadashi, okay, changing the cloth to saffron, everything they can make. But one ego will be very, very challenging. So, like that, it's very difficult. Brahmadeva is telling that whatever you have spoken about me is not false, because unless and until one is aware of the personality of Godhead, Vasudeva, Bhagavad Gita Lord says, Bahunam Janmanam Ante Gnanavan Mam Prapadyate Vasudevaha Sarvamiti Sahamatma Sudurlabha. Very rare to find such people. Okay, very rare. So here, unless one is aware of the personality of Godhead, who is the ultimate truth beyond me, see, ultimate truth, this is something very interesting. I'm undergoing Bhakti Vaibhava course. His Grace Sundar Nityananda Prabhu, before starting in the first class, he asked us a question. What is the difference between God and ultimate truth? Okay? Param, in the first sloka, Bhagavatam, what it says? Satyam Param Dhimahi. Okay, Satyam Param Dhimahi. So, ultimate truth, Prabhupada translate here also. Okay? Ultimate truth. So, what's the difference between God and ultimate truth? He asked us a question. What's the difference? Both are same. Okay, bro. Any other answer?
God, knowing God is Satya.
Okay. Okay, bro. Prabhupada did not use God in his books. You might have seen, isn't it? We will see mostly Supreme Personality of Godhead. Godhead is a yad, isn't it? Ultimate truth. Satyam Param Dhimahi. So this word is used particularly. Ultimate truth. Then he was asking, actually then he said, see, general understanding of the particularly Westerners, God is, what is the full form of God? Now you will understand. Full form of God. Correct. Correct, Prabhu. Please tell. Generator, operator and destroyer. Srishti, Sthiti, Laya. Isn't it? This is a work actually. Isn't it? This Krishna doesn't do. Ultimate truth doesn't do this. He will employ. Okay, he will engage. He will empower. Okay, here Brahmadeva is given the authority, otherwise employed for generating Srishti. So Lord Brahma taking the Mahatattva which comes out of the body of Lord Narayana Vishnu, he is the secondary creator. So he creates, see this building, this is created by bricks, cement, okay, some stone, some iron, okay, but who produced iron, who produced this soil, okay, the basic requirements, isn't it? So like that, Brahma is aware, Brahma is not ignorant, Brahma is completely aware. So this generating, operating and destroying, Srishti, Sthiti, Laya, Krishna engages somebody, okay, and whoever Lord has empowered, Ekale Ishvara Krishna Sabhara Bhuta. So one, the Supreme Lord is Krishna, and all others, they are all employed by Krishna for taking care of generating, operating and destroying, God. So this is not the work of Krishna. Then what is the work of Krishna? What Krishna does? He enjoys. Have you seen any company owner like Tata, Birla or Infosys founder Narayan Murthy sitting like and working? Have you seen in the Tata company Ratan Tata or whoever coming net and bolt tightening? Have you seen?
No.
You will not see actually. Then what do? They will be enjoying with their family, whatever the way they want, isn't it? They will be enjoying. And they will be reporting this chief executive officer, managing director, manager, supervisors. So they will be reporting. So what the owner, actual owner, ultimate truth does? Enjoying. So once one foreigner came to India and he was visiting all the temples. In all the temple, after visiting many temples, he visited Krishna temple. And after visiting Krishna temple, he came to the conclusion, he is God. Why? In every other temple, every other devata was holding some weapons and they were engaged in some activity. You have seen Durga Devi? She will be killing a demon. Okay, each Devata has some particular job, some seva, some work. What sun god does, you know, like he gives sunlight, energy, heat, everything. Like this. Each Devata is engaged in some job, some role. So Krishna engages this. Then this foreigner makes a statement that if at all, if there is a god, this must be Krishna. Why? Why? He is not holding any weapon. He is holding Venudari, okay, flute. And with whom he is there? With his girlfriends, according to the foreigner's interpretation. He doesn't know she is Radharani, okay, like, he doesn't know. He understands that there are some ladies who are standing next to him. They are his girlfriends or companions, okay, or consorts, eternal consort, whatever you call, okay. So like that, he understands this. For ultimate truth means like that. So there is nothing beyond that. So God means that is not the best word for Krishna can be used. So Brahmadeva is telling that who is the ultimate truth beyond me? One is sure to be illusioned by observing my powerful activities. So somebody who sees, like even when I was a child, I was amazed to see my father's activity. Like I used to feel he is the richest man. Do you all feel like that when we were kids? Okay, in Kannada film there is a song. I don't know whether I can just recite sitting on the Vyasasana. No offense, just to understand the concept. Have you heard in Kannada, I love you, Appa? So there it comes. Modalu nodida Veera, then Ella Kodusuva Saukara, something like that. It comes. I don't know Kannada film songs much. So something like that it is there. Ella Kodusuva Saukara. So then he says, Birgu Kodusuva Jadugara. Who is this? Father. Okay, like most of us were brought up, like, so we used to feel that my father is the hero. My father is the richest man. Whatever you want, he will get it, isn't it? See, like that actually. So here also, for Narada, Brahmadeva, his father, looks amazing, wonderful, something like he is having the doubt, is there anybody beyond you or you are the ultimate? And how you are able to do all this? So this is a natural question. And Brahma is very great devotee, intelligent man. He knows his post and position, his responsibilities, who is there above him, everything he is aware. So he is not somebody, see one thing I have observed, whoever has some magical powers like Siddhi, okay, we accept him as God. Have you seen? Somebody who prepare ash from nowhere, okay, and recently I was seeing one Baba, like he was vomiting gold from his mouth. He was vomiting gold, and like from somewhere he will make a ring, okay, and give to the one politician. Prabhu is not political. And so by just making like this, he claims himself God, and people also under illusion, see the word illusion is there, okay, so under the illusion consider, okay, that person Baba to be a god. See, this is what actually, if somebody shows some magical power, whether he may be Rakshasa also, you know Rakshasas fly, okay, in Ramayana this Rakshasas from the Lanka, that side, they fly on the sea and come this side, Vibhishana and his group. So they know flying. You know Ghatotkacha? Okay, Ghatotkacha, Maya Bazar film you might have seen in Telugu, Kannada definitely, isn't it? Maya Bazar. So there actually Ghatotkacha does so many magical powers, isn't it? Is he God? Ghatotkacha, is he God? Who is he basically? Rakshasa is a demon. See, if somebody like when during Prabhupada time, there was some nonsense things was happening in US. There was some yoga guru used to charge some fees for mantra, okay, and if you pay some amount, you will be given a mantra, and you have to practice that. And elevation, like while sitting, like people will float like this.
Levitation.
What is that too?
Levitation.
Levitation. So that is the purpose of that mantra, that sadhana, everything. What? Just levitation, little. Even balloon also levitates. Do you consider balloon as a god? If you blow balloon with air, have you seen how the balloon elevates? Levitation. Okay, is a balloon god? So that is what actually the foolish people at that time and even now, somebody has some magical extra power other than human activity, consider them as God. Okay, so that is because of illusion, because of not reading the scriptures. See, reading the scriptures is very important. One time I was hearing a lecture of my Guru Maharaj, Jayapataka Swami Guru Maharaj, he was telling why like nowadays people are into more of superstitions. Have you heard something like that? Superstitions. Like even some of the Vedic things people consider a superstition now. Okay, because of not proper education. One time there was a Satyanarayana Puja in one of the house. Satyanarayana Puja. In Satyanarayana Puja, what is the main attractive thing for you? You know prasadam? Very sweet. We like very much. That's very special. It has some special aroma, taste. I don't know how they make special in Satyanarayana Puja. And to prepare this, milk is required, and so all these ingredients, milk and milk products. So naturally, when in a family there used to be a cat, and when you are preparing, when you bought milk and preparing something out of milk, naturally what the cat does? Okay, it will make it uchista. Cat uchista, isn't it? So it will keep his tongue. Very difficult to control, cat. So when the family they are celebrating, observing or conducting Satyanarayana Puja, they started like their cat in the family. They used to tie it, okay, and then they used to conduct the ceremony. So this became practice in their family because the cat was a very big problem. And they started continuing from one generation and next generation and next generation. They make it their family ritual that cat which was there in the family died. That poor cat, how many years it can live? 10, 12 years, 15 years. It died. Then that family made it, in my family, parampara, our ritual is that you have to tie a cat and conduct Satyanarayana Puja. Now cat is not there. Now they went to market for purchasing a cat or taking a rent for cat. From the neighbor house they started borrowing cat. We want to conduct a Satyanarayana Puja, we want a cat. Why cat? Because this is our family system. What is that family system? To conduct a Satyanarayana Puja, there should be a cat which should be tied. And that is a background music. You have seen cat, isn't it? So that background music should be there. Then only, that is our family tradition. See, if we do not read our scriptures, Prabhupada books, this is what actually happens, Guru Maharaj was telling. So that's why reading these books are very, very important. Okay, life and soul for us. So Prabhu, how much time I have? You should be my time piece, Prabhu. You should alert me. Time up? 5 minutes. Okay. So like this actually, Prabhupada is telling in this purport, actually giving the Kupa Manduka Nyaya. Kupa means the well, the frog there. So you know the limitation of the frog. It has not seen anything beyond the well. And if you make it understand, like one time a frog from the ocean came to the well, and they were interacting, and it was asking, how big is your ocean? Is it a quarter of this well? Is it half of this well? No, it's still big. How much? Maybe 3/4 of this well? No, it's still big. How big? So is it my one time of my well? It's not able to go beyond this well, because this is what actually it has seen. See, this if whatever the science of the spiritual science we have to understand, there is no other way. We cannot rely on the material scientists Okay, Prabhupada also had spiritual science. Some of his disciples were scientists. So we cannot depend on the material scientists. So their understanding is very limited. So how much ever they keep on thinking and thinking and thinking, that will not reach to that point of ultimate truth. So we are speaking about ultimate truth. We have so many limitations. Earlier I said, we are under illusion, our senses are imperfect, there is a chance of error, okay, and we are cheating propensity. With this actually, we cannot get the ultimate truth. So if you need, we need to take shelter of Guru Parampara, bona fide Guru Parampara, scriptures, Dharmastu Sakshat Bhagavat Pranitam. So this frog, Prabhupada, always, this is a favorite analogy Prabhupada gives, and we cannot understand the ultimate truth and this universe and other things by help of this scientist frogs. Prabhupada says scientist frogs. See, this is the problem. See, this is another reason for this fall, the Bauddha Dharma. So what is that? The shelter this Buddhist take? Buddhi. That is their ultimate. What reaches to their buddhi, intelligence, that is their understanding. See, many times actually, like we understand there is beyond buddhi also. Okay, you know this. Mana, buddhi, ahankar. So beyond that, there are many things actually. So like this, Prabhupada says in this third part, he is giving an example of 8.17 Brahma day. So 8.17, recently in our online class we were discussing 311 billion 40 billion years. So Prabhupada mentioned, so that is the age of Brahma. See, it is mentioned here in 8.17. 311 trillion 40 billion years. Can you imagine? Can you count how many? Do you know how many zeros are there in the trillion? Now you have to calculate. You have to take a pen and in the paper you have to write how many zeros for a trillion, and they have to say. See, Prabhupada in his books, Life Comes From Life, wonderful book. Okay, somebody who joins school and college of this present academic curriculum, they become atheist. This is the problem. Okay, the present education system. And somebody become atheist who doesn't believe in God, doesn't believe in karma, law of karma, they will not mind even a chaku, piercing a chaku just for that pen's sake. I want that pen, what should I do? If I ask Prabhuji, Prahlad Prabhu doesn't give. So my science textbook says survival of the fittest, Darwin theory. So what should I do? Take a chaku, okay, and take the pen. You know, people like this earrings. Like if you are walking in the street, if you are alone, people doesn't mind pulling this, tearing this earring, and they're taking you. You know this? You have seen in the newspaper. That's what the outcome of the present education system. So we should understand who is actually speaking, Brahmadeva. So then Naradaji is a very special personality. We are very fortunate coming under his parampara, and we are also like sharing the same characters quality, not only the curse, okay, the same characters, mercy, all this what Narada has. So like this, and here in this purport, particularly Prabhupada mentions the name of Yudhishthira. Like there are many kings, very moral like Yudhishthira, Satyarishchandra. See, there are so many moral people, but you cannot compare this just by being moral, dharma, righteousness. That also do not attract God, Krishna. See, in Chaitanya Charitamrita we have milk drinking brahmachari. You might have seen. He entered illegally to Shiva Sangana, and he was taking darshan of the dance of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and his companion. He was not feeling comfortable, Mahaprabhu. Why? Because there is somebody who is not supposed to come has entered that arena, and Mahaprabhu did not feel that because he is Paramatma, so he knows actually. So like that, even the austerities, righteousness, all this will not attract. So then what we have to do? We have to just follow the given instruction. In Mahabharata war, Lord Krishna gave instruction to Yudhishthira to tell one lie. See, until then it is said in the scripture, Yudhishthira wheel was not touching the ground, never. Why? So if it touch actually the earth, then it will be like illusion will capture. Trigunas will be influenced. Like if I have seen Srinivasa Kalyana film, like there actually it's not a like bona fide. There Lord Balaji, when as soon as he lands upon the earth, immediately you feel thirst, okay, hunger, all this they show in that film. I don't know whoever has seen. So like that actually Lord is not influenced like that. Director, story writer has made a story like that. Okay, that's a caution. Dharmaraja Yudhishthira was a righteous person. He did not accept words of Krishna to tell a lie, and he did not follow the instruction. That's why it is said his chariot, okay, when it floating, actually came down to the earth. See, dharmastu sakshat bhagavat pranitam. So like that, Prabhupada is trying to enlighten us about this. So, do you have time for any questions, Prabhu? One or two questions. Sorry, I was a little late because I had some preoccupied work. Anybody has any question? Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
You just shared about your personal experience
Yes.
You were standing in a queue and they were pulled out, but at the end you got the result fulfilled.
Yes.
But here the point is, as per scriptures means it is correctly mentioned.
Yes.
Why it was mentioned correctly? Only the people who take birth in the Brahmana family only should get mercy, and all others will not get mercy.
Yeah. Yes, Prabhuji. Actually, we ourselves feel influenced. I gave example, like if you ever get a chance to take your meals with a drunkard, smoker, like such people, you will not feel comfortable, and you may be influenced. Somebody taking non-veg next to you, you are taking your prasadam, will you be comfortable? See, actually I felt there personally, I'm not supposed to sit with those people, because like those group of people who before starting, they have some practice of doing starting prasadam, honoring prasadam. They sprinkle water, you've seen? Okay, and they have some process. And person like me who is not from such a background, sitting next to him, and if I do, like you know how we eat? Like, isn't it? Actually, when I was going to the Sahobilam Mutt, they were very close friends, all the pujaris. They used to they like ISKCON devotees, I tell you, bro. They appreciate ISKCON devotees very much. So, I was taking prasadam like this. In the donna they used to give, okay, some parpu prasadam, pongal, okay. So I used to take prasadam like this. Okay, that's normal, isn't it? You see ISKCON devotees how they take, like even the finger also they will not leave, and even the plate also they will be. Okay, that's how we take, and that is not as per the Brahminical standard. And I was taking prasadam one time like this. I was touching my fingers to my tongue. That pujari came, one young pujari, and came and sat. He was a good friend of mine. He said, "Ipudi panlama, with this finger you chant. With the same finger you are offending prasadam. You are touching the prasadam, touching to your tongue." You have seen how Sri Vaishnavas take prasadam? They take, okay, they will not touch the tongue. Okay, they will put like this. Okay, that's how the normal Brahminical standard to take prasadam. Okay, and if you are sitting next to them and taking prasadam like this, yourself you will feel embarrassed actually. Understood, bro? That's why, like people with certain consciousness, if they mingle with the people of consciousness with a lower, there may be influence. Like if you keep sitting with the people who are drunkards, okay, like somebody taking non-veg, you also maybe get influenced by that. So that's why that's why there is a grouping. Certain people should not sit and take. If you take like that, you will fall down actually. There is a very high chance. Understood too? That's why Vedic scripture says this should be like taking prasadam, like along with the our Udupi Mat, Pejavar Swami Mat, very merciful. Like he goes beyond than the other Mat, Swamiji. He mingles with all the Dalits, scheduled caste people. He will give mercy. He does everything. And the other rationalists forced him to take prasadam in the Dalit, in the hut, in that colony. He did not take. If he takes, suppose, he will lose his yati dharma. Understood? And that is as per scriptures. So we should understand this. And we should not feel they are offending me. No. That's why we should read scriptures. And what they did is correct. So people who are not having such a samskara, if they are allowed to mix, this is what actually now happening. In the schools, like different people from different background come. If you send your kids to the school, they will spoil. Have you experienced? They will learn all bad languages. Have you experienced? That's what is happening. So,
Yes, clearly understood, Prabhu.
Yes.
Especially for the other sampradayas,
Yeah.
even to admit their children to Gurukul also they will not admit.
They will not.
But in your Brahma Madhva Sampradaya, many Gurukuls are there. They encourage.
You mentioned the Madhva in your parampara. One of my friend who is a Saraswata Brahmana tried to take admission in Bangalore. There is a Pita, Vidya Pita, and he tried to get in. He was not allowed. Brahmana of one parampara trying to take admission in their Gurukula, not allowed. So things are there. That's why I am telling you this Gaudiya parampara is very special. Srila Prabhupada, okay, we are Rupanugas. So this parampara is very merciful compared to any other parampara. They have their own standards. Actually, it's good they follow that. That's why all this are still preserved. Otherwise, if they are mixed, then you would have not seen this. Like people respect South Indians, North Indians, because of our tradition, custom, we still follow because of these things actually. So that's why when compared to them, see, this is all Sattva Guna, trying to keep people under Sattva Guna. ISKCON is Shuddha Sattva, transcendental, beyond these three gunas. So it's okay, like Prabhupada used to cook prasadam, serve this to this hippies, and after they finish their prasadam, they'll just leave. Their plates Prabhupada used to wash. Saliva, Genjulu. Can you imagine? Prabhupada used to wash the plates. Prabhupada, who is Prabhupada? He is a sannyasi. Okay? Prabhupada used to wash the plates. Prabhupada was doing this continuously. That hippies saw Prabhupada, old man of 70 years, washing the plates of, they felt actually, Krishna is there in the heart. So that's transcendental. ISKCON, all the standards, activities, it's transcendental. We may break the rules of scripture sometime. Okay, actually Krishna in Bhagavad Gita says, Traigunya Vishaya Veda, Nistraigunya Bhavarjuna. He says, so Vedeshu Adurlabha Atma Bhakto. Like if you want to see Krishna, understand Krishna through the Vedas, it will Adurlabha. So like that, ISKCON, whatever Srila Prabhupada has given a standard, this is transcendental. So we will not mind whether he is a vegetarian, non-vegetarian, whoever come. One time I took one of my friend to the ISKCON temple during my college days. He was very happy to see that there is no discrimination of like distributing prasadam. And he came back to my hostel. He was telling to everybody, ISKCON is very nice. Why? They do not discriminate to give prasadam. Everybody sit together, take prasadam. This is transcendental. We go beyond the scriptures. But they follow the scriptures, we should respect them.
Thank you, Prabhu, for the explanation.
Hare Krishna.
That permits, I ask a question.
Time, Prabhuji, and they are their timekeepers. They depend on them.
Anybody else? Prabhu.
We can discuss personally, Prabhu.
today's class is very nice with interesting examples. One thing you mentioned is like, we will be under the influence of Maya most of the day and very less Krishna consciousness. As a common man, we will be working most of the time, spending in the work, right? I mean, it's not possible to do chanting throughout the day or something like that. So, what do you advise to make more, come out of this Maya and more Krishna consciousness?
Yeah. Yes, Prabhu. Actually, this affects every one of us. So, Prabhupada and our Acharyas, even our Shad Goswami, Sankhya Purvaka Nama, they say, like, we should count them. So, if not possible, impossible, like at least Smaranam is recommended. Always. It is not that 16 round over and I will finish, that's over, and now I will get into material. So, this is a minimum, and always actually Vishnu Smaranam. Prahlad Maharaj was not able to sit and chant, count the beads, okay, in his family, because it's Ugra Jati, demoniac family. So he was among the Navavidha Bhakti, he is example for Smaranam. So if not possible that, at least this. Our ISKCON devotees like started, they were driving the car and they were chanting. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. Driving car and counting. His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj came to know this and he cautioned, never do this. While driving car, no chanting. Then what to do? Smaranam. So even in the ICU, who was in the coma stage, you can do Smaranam easily. If not chanting, and if you are not engaged in other activity, so always one thing everybody can do, very easy. You cannot do Pada Sevanam, okay, Kirtanam. Like somebody is in coma stage, can you do Kirtan? It's not possible. Okay, one thing always anybody can do is at least minimum is Smaranam. So that you can definitely do. Hare Krishna.
One question. Why the dog register to reach heaven?
Yeah, see that's a Dharma Devata was testing, like how serious, sincere, okay, is testing his righteousness. So he passed in that. See, it is Vaishnava means Paradukha Dukhi, like how much you have, your elevation in your understanding of the spiritual science, everything is tested by how much compassion you have for other living entities. So this dog was accompanying him all through. Then Yudhishthira Maharaj is not ready to leave it, because the person Dharma Shastra says so not to like leave such people who have helped, associated with them. So he is a Dharma personified. He follow what is there in the Dharma. As per Dharma, he followed. Whatever Yudhishthira Maharaj was following, he is a Dharma personified. He does what is there in the scripture. So religious scripture says that and he followed.
The dog is the Yama there.
Yama means Dharmara, Dharma Devata. It is Yama Dharmaraya we call, isn't it? So Dharma personified. Death personified, Dharma personified, it's all same actually, Yamaraja. So like that. He was tested and he was passed. So actually whatever Pandavas, they faced the challenges, everything is and they are showing by example, it's teaching for us. Examples. Hare Krishna. Yes. Mataji has a question. Yes. Yes.
So which is the most auspicious or significant?
See, in this age of Kali Yuga, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu recommends anything starts with Shravanam. Unless you hear properly Shravanam. A few days back I was hearing Prabhupada lecture. Prabhupada says, how do you experience Krishna? So to experience Krishna, you cannot see through eyes. You cannot eat Krishna. You cannot smell like mango. How do you experience mango? By eating, smelling, by touching, isn't it? So, but Krishna is transcendental. You cannot experience with our present senses. Only hearing is the way to hear Krishna, to understand Krishna. So that is Shravanam. Anything starts with Shravanam. 9 process, Navavidha Bhakti, start from Shravana. So by that actually our sleeping conscious will be awakened. Somebody who is sleeping, you want to wake him up. So what do? You make sound, you alarm. You will not put water directly, isn't it? So you will not make. You give some alert sound you will make. So Kumbhakarna was also made to wake up like that, making big drum sound like that. Sound, Shravanam. So this is what we are doing now, this is Shravanam. So by doing Shravanam, by hearing this, Bhagavatam says, so Nashta Prayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya, what from? Bhagavatir Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki. Everything from hearing. Then you will start telling to others, that is Kirtanam. Then once if you heard and like telling to others, then it becomes Vishnu Smaranam. Then it goes next to final Atma Nivedanam. So anything which you catch, you can reach Krishna. That's what Bhagavatam says. And some of them are best example for 111. Totally also, as far as possible, we should integrate. So in this age of Kali, Shravanam Kirtanam. Hare Krishna. Yes.
Generally, while honoring Prasadam, like generally devotees' intention is we should not waste even a small piece of Prasadam,
Yes.
small piece of Prasadam we should not waste like that. The devotees try to make the plate very neat and clean
Yes.
before cleaning.
Yes, Guru.
So generally, what is the process while?
That's why this question was asked to Prabhupada by his disciples. Is there any process for taking prasadam, like Brahminical standards? I said. Prabhupada said no. Okay, there is no such things. Because this is transcendental. We are not trying to remain in the Sattva-guna. This is prasadam. You will see that even a grain of prasadam should not go waste. Krishna is there in that. So we follow Prabhupada. So Prabhupada was asked this question, Prabhupada has answered this question. So the way actually we are honoring prasadam, that's proper, no problem. But when you sit with the other parampara, Sri Vaishnavas, you be cautious. Because they feel offended, actually they feel that you are insulting prasadam. Just have a awareness, just understanding. It's better like not to sit with them because they feel embarrassed. Yen prasada in tintiru, you nekkond tintare hinge. So Prabhupada has said there is no process. So, I've done little research on this. So Prabhupada has approved this.
So Purandara told that Smarana Vande Salade Govinda, Nama Vande Salade.
That is minimum, Prabhuji. Like after doing Shravanam Kirtanam, naturally things will follow. So it will not stop there. So it will progress, Prabhuji. So thank you for giving this opportunity. So I look always forward to take association of all of you, Veni Madhav Prabhu, Raseshwar Krishna Prabhuji and Prahlad Prabhu, all you devotees. So sorry I could not agree, like I could not come because of some other problems. So today I got this opportunity of your association. So keep me in your prayers. Like many times, many things I say beyond my like understanding, otherwise realization sometimes. So thank you so much. Grantharaj Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, Samaveta Bhaktarunda ki. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for a wonderful session. So many practical points we learned today. Right? How merciful our parampara is, how merciful our Prabhupada is, and how merciful is our Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya. And one more beautiful thing I know